Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree from On the Hot Podcast. Today, this will be episode 86 for you guys. This episode is going to be coming, of course, on all four of our platforms: our Instagram account, our Facebook account, our YouTube account, and our Apple Podcast account. So let's go ahead and dive into episode 86. The opening segment, I will be talking about my Dallas Cowboys. I will be sharing my thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys season ending. And to be honest with you guys, it's so damn hard being a Dallas Cowboys fan. At this point, it is exhausting. They somehow, some way, find a way to break my heart. To break many fans of the Dallas Cowboys around the world's hearts. They find a way to screw up when it matters most. Every damn time. There's no way that the Dallas Cowboys are going to succeed anytime soon. And it's to the point where I have to accept that. It seems like I have to accept that at this particular moment. So therefore, I have waving around the white flag, surrendering my thoughts of thinking the Dallas Cowboys are in a position to succeed anytime soon. I'm going to wipe away my imaginary tears that the Dallas Cowboys had a chance to not only be in an NFC Championship game this year, but to be in the Super Bowl this year. I really believe that they had a shot. But what do they do every single year, year in, year out? When you believe the most, that's when they're going to disappoint you the most. And this year, that was the case. That was the case in a wide open NFC conference. The Dallas Cowboys disappointed me the most when this was one of, if not the best time to make the Super Bowl in the last 5 years. There was no prime Tom Brady around in the NFC. There was no prime Aaron Rodgers around in the NFC. Hell, the final four last quarterbacks were Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, and Brock Purdy. And the Cowboys still couldn't get to the NFC Championship. So let's talk about the game on Sunday. The 49ers deserved to win that game hands down. They were the better team on Sunday. They are the overall better team than the Dallas Cowboys. They flat out deserved to win that football game on Sunday. The difference between what happened is what I'm going to get to in a few moments is Brock Purdy was the deciding factor on offensively. The quarterback that did not have the deciding turnovers, which that would lead into cash-in points. Brock Purdy was the quarterback that did not do that on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys. The defense played lights out. Kudos to the San Francisco 49ers defense. They played tremendous against an offense that averaged over 30 points per game in the regular season once Dak Prescott came back into the starting lineup. So the 49ers did their part, playing very effective against the Dallas Cowboys offense. But this loss just really hurts. It really, really hurts because I've been thinking about it since the game ended on Sunday. I've lost sleep over it, thinking about the game. This loss really hurts. The Cowboys defense played really well enough to win this game. Think about it. The defense played so good they only allowed one touchdown against a loaded San Francisco 49ers offense that consists of a Christian McCaffrey at the running back position, consists of a Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk at the wide receiver positions. You have tight end George Kittle, who is one of the best tight ends in the league. They did a tremendous job defensively. Dan Quinn had them boys prepared. They only gave up one defense, and you could tell that defense gave up that touchdown because they were getting tired throughout the end of the game. They were stopping the running game. They shut the running game down, and towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, the defense was getting gassed so many times because the 49ers were keeping Dak Prescott and company off the field. The San Francisco 49ers just started to do what they wanted to do the whole entire game, was to run the football. And we saw that late towards the end of the game when Christian McCaffrey scored that rushing touchdown. Other than that, the Dallas Cowboys did pretty good and only held the San Francisco 49ers to one touchdown. That's good enough to win you any football of the game. The Dallas Cowboys special teams played good as well. They had a forced fumble, got the turnover, gave the ball back to the Dallas Cowboys offense. The Dallas Cowboys offense, after getting a fumble from the special teams unit, only got to put on 3 points field goal after that turnover. Special teams was good enough to win that football game. Turpin was putting us in a lot of good situations, returning the ball, whether it's punt returns or kick returns. He's putting a lot into hit every time he got the chance to touch the ball, was putting the Cowboys offensive fit in great field position. The special teams unit did a great job, played it well enough to help us win this game. The Cowboys offensive line played good enough to win this game. They played very well offensively on the offensive line. They only allowed 5 pressures on 41 pass blocking at snaps, according to Pro Football Focus. When you talk about who will be the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Bosa, he was nowhere to be found in that game on Sunday. That's how good and impressive the Dallas Cowboys offensive line was. When I just read that stat, they were good enough to help us win this football game. They should have been a deciding factor why we won this football game. CeeDee Lamb was the only guy that showed up to work offensively, skill position wise, because he showed up and had 10 catches for 117 yards. He was good enough and had gave us a winning chance to win this football game. But the one reason why we really didn't win this game, when you talk about all the factors that we played good in, when we talk about defense, how good we played defensively, when you talk about how good we played on the offensive line, when you talk about how good we played on special teams, when you talk about the production, how much CeeDee Lamb gave into this game against one of the best secondaries in the league, we are talking about the deciding factor of the game. I just mentioned the one quarterback that played clean football and did not turn the ball over one time, and that was Brock Purdy. Did he play great, phenomenal? No. But he did what the quarterback shouldn't have done against when there's 2 really good defenses on the field, and that's turn the ball over. And you know who the hell did that when it mattered most? Dakota Prescott. Dak did it. He did not play well enough to help the Cowboys win this game. I just raved about his performance last Monday night in Tampa Bay against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. You went on the road and outdueled the GOAT. I don't care age, anything. He outdueled Tom Brady in a playoff game. Not that many players can ever say that in their NFL career. Dak Prescott had over 300 passing yards in that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He had 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, over 300 yards passing. Where was that same production? It was only 6 days ago that Dak Prescott did that. You came into San Francisco, Santa Clara, California. You stunk up the joint. You went 23 for 37, had 206 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, and 2 interceptions thrown. You have been inconsistent all year long. Where is the Dak Prescott that I raved about and was so happy to see finally come to fruition last Monday night against Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I did not see that. I seen a complete 360 where Dak Prescott was back to being inconsistent, back to throwing interceptions. If Dak Prescott was well enough to play that, well enough to stop the turnovers, play clean football, we would be on to the NFC Championship game right now playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. But instead, Dak Prescott was a deciding factor. He did not show up. And it's just where was that wild card Dak Prescott at? He was nowhere to be found Sunday. He was really the real reason why the Dallas Cowboys lost this game. And I've said it all year long on the podcast, as well as the Dallas Cowboys did. Their whole entire story ever since week 1 when Dak Prescott got hurt. Everyone was saying that we should get a quarterback to replace Dak Prescott. We should trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. We should trade for Tyler Huntley. We should try to get on the phone and call Cam Newton up. We were every analyst in the whole entire world was saying we need to get a quarterback to compensate ourselves while Dak Prescott is out. But you know who the one person who said that doesn't make sense and you might as well ride it out with Cooper Rush? I said it. Ride it out with Cooper Rush. What happened? We went 4-1 in the stretch without Dak Prescott, with Cooper Rush at the quarterback position. And we seen what we could do as a team. The offensive line played better. The running game picked up. The defense played lights out all year long. Dak Prescott came back. The offense was averaging over 30 points per game. But what did I say the whole entire year when the Dallas Cowboys looked so good? And to be honest, I should have seen this coming because it was just too good to be true. It was just, I said the Dallas Cowboys will go as far as what Dak Prescott takes them this year. Hands down, I said that. And look what happened. When it mattered most, when it was time for Dak Prescott to ball out when it matters most, he wasn't there. He was inconsistent. He didn't show up. Dak Prescott had the freaking chance to do what any quarterback in Dallas has not done in the last 28 years. Was going to be now 29 years, and that's go to a NFC championship game. The Dallas Cowboys have not been the one since 95, 96. I'm 24 years old. There's only so much that I could take at this point of seeing a 12-5 team, a 13-3 team, a division winner, not being able to have playoff success. And it really, there's nothing much you can do. I mean, we had everything this year. We had everything. Weapons, defense. This is the best defense I've ever seen in my life that the Dallas Cowboys have had in my lifetime. Running game was there with Tony Pollard. There's nothing much you can do at this point, and I think it's really time for the Dallas Cowboys to consider a quarterback change in Dallas. I had backed Dak Prescott up for so long, but after Sunday, it's come to realization that he's not a confetti guy at this particular moment. He's not a guy that could get us over the hump. Jerry Jones has gave him everything he's needed. He wanted Jason Garrett gone, the puppet. He was gone. Mike McCarthy's no better, but you got to give Mike McCarthy his credit for what he has coached up this Dallas Cowboys team to be this year. So Mike McCarthy gets a pass from me. You gave him a former Super Bowl head coach in Mike McCarthy. You gave him a new offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore 3 years ago. You gave him a defensive coordinator in Dan Quinn. Dak Prescott has been provided so many things, and 8 years in Dallas with a playoff record of 2-4 is not cutting it anymore. I'm unhappy with Dak Prescott. I love Dak Prescott as a human being. I love everything that he does as a human. He stands up for a lot of things on and off the field. But right now, I'm not happy with the play that I'm seeing out of Dak Prescott. And think about it. We might have a Tony Romo 2.0 on our hands in Dallas right now. The problem with Tony Romo was his turnovers. Dak Prescott led the league in interceptions this year. I don't know if that's going to slow down or not heading into the next season. Tony Romo was 0-3 in a divisional round his whole entire career. What is Dak Prescott at this point in his particular career? 8 years in Dallas. He's 0-3 in a divisional round. I'm tired of coming up short. Dak Prescott had the chance to at least tie the game up when it was 19-12 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. When the defense did their job, got him off the field, Dak Prescott had the chance to help us. What did he do? Went 3 and out and nearly threw a pick six to end the game on his first or second pass attempt. Oh my gosh. Dak, and we had a 3 and out by the time that we got the ball back. That was ball game. If the Dallas Cowboys have an elite guy like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers on the Dallas Cowboys team, we're a conference championship team every year in the conversation. Or we're playing in the Super Bowl, nearly about to win our 6th in franchise history. Dak Prescott, I defended him for so long, but I'm giving up hope at this particular moment. I'm giving Dak one more chance to prove that you can be a confetti guy. You can be a guy that's in a Final Four conversation. I think if you're Jerry Jones, the money that Dak Prescott makes, $160 million quarterback, $40 million quarterback per year that you're paying this guy to be 0-3 in the divisional round of the playoffs, be 2-4 overall in the playoffs. We have a problem, Jerry Jones. And I'm giving Dak Prescott one more chance to prove that he can be the guy in Dallas, that he can get to an NFC Championship game, that he can get to a Super Bowl. Because if he can't, there needs to be phone calls that need to be done. He needs to be traded out of Dallas. There needs to be. I'm not even going to be mad at them that they decide to go the route and be bold and draft a quarterback in 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round this year. Maybe it's the kick in the butt that Dak Prescott needs. But if Dak doesn't get to the NFC Championship game next year or a Super Bowl next year, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, get on the phone. That's it for Dak Prescott. No more wasting time with this young, talented, hungry roster. But that is my thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys season ending. As you guys can see, I am not a happy camper.